behind the headlines, and my apologies again on that quiet ad. I got to get that fixed. All right, so the story begins with a program aimed at getting drug-free employees out into the workforce is having great success. In July of 2012, Governor Earl Ray Tomblin enacted an executive order requiring all those who seek job training through federally funded programs to successfully complete a drug test. That decision came after a lot of complaints from state employers who said too many job applicants couldn't pass a company-required drug test. State Commerce Secretary Keith Burdett said the results over the past 15 months have been clear-cut. Quote, "Folks that can't pass a drug test don't try," end quote. West Virginia was just the second state in the country to require the drug tests. Burdett said out of 1,750 applicants to federal job training programs, only 20 have failed the screening. He can't confirm how many people have come in to apply for the programs and then walked out after they learned about the required test. The screening tests applicants for 10 different illegal substances, including marijuana, methamphetamines, and synthetic drugs. If you don't pass the test the first time, you have to wait 90 days to try again. If you don't pass the second time, you have to wait a year. Burdett stressed, quote, "When we take taxpayer dollars and invest it in somebody's training, we want to be sure we can tell the employer who looks at those people for a possible job, these people are ready to go. They're drug-free, they're prepared, they're ready to be hired," end quote. Burdett said a drug-free workplace is a drug-free workforce is a reliable workforce and one employers want to see when they're looking at locating in an area. Okay, so drug testing program declared a success. How do you know? The only data that we get in this report is that there were 1,750 applicants and 20 drug test failures. Well, let's see. That's a failure rate of 1.1%, when the national average for employment drug testing is around 8%. Now, if we could look at the numbers before and after the implementation of, prejudging people by the content of their urine, well, then maybe we could opine that the drug testing program was a success. I mean, if before the testing the fail rate was 2.2%, now it's 1.1%, maybe we could say, yeah, there's fewer drug users applying. Or if before the testing were 3,500 applicants and now there's only 1,750, maybe we could hypothesize that fewer drug users are applying. But all we have here is 1,750 and 20. So, success compared to what? Considering that the average drug test costs $69, we have West Virginia taxpayers spending $120,750 to prevent 20 people from getting job training benefits. If those benefits work out to less than $6,000 per person, West Virginia actually lost money. Then, consider that a job training program not taken by 20 people means they're continuing to be unemployed, presumably using some state benefits, maybe unemployment insurance, maybe food stamps, instead of getting hired and contributing to the tax base. And it's at least 3 months before they can try the test again, or a year if they're caught a second time. Yay! We just guaranteed 20 people will be unemployed for at least a season. That's got to be helping West Virginia, huh? Look, there is no such thing as a drug-free workplace. Workers are on all manner of prescribed painkillers, antihistamines, SSRIs, SNRIs, and more. Nicotine addicts are often given productivity-sapping times out to get their fix. Sounds different when I don't call it a smoke break, doesn't it? Stimulant addicts would riot if the break room coffee and soda machines were removed. More than a few people, especially on a Monday, are coming to work feeling the after effects of an ethanol overdose. Sounds different than a hangover, doesn't it? When the state employers whine that they can't find enough workers that match their preferred choices of approved drugs on off hours, all I can wonder is, why bother with the drug tests in the first place? By far the most commonly detected drug is marijuana, because pot stays in your system for days and weeks. It's insane. I mean, a West Virginian could drink himself drunk, snort cocaine, smoke meth, and shoot heroin on Friday, and he'd be clean as a whistle for the drug test on Monday. But if he smokes pot on the weekend, 2 weeks later, he's testing positive and he's ineligible for job training benefits. This is insane.
Reefer man. Have you ever met that funny reefer man? Reefer man. If he said he swam to China, he would